So today we'll talk about materials and textures in Cinema4D. So let's start it. How you can create materials and where you can find them. You come to the create material, and these all are different kinds of materials. And the second one, the more easy and commonly used place, is this below. So this below section, this one is actually material editor. So how you create material is come to the create panel and create new material. So once you create a new material, you will see this sphere with standard gray color. Okay, so now let's double click. Once you double click, this window will open, which is actually a material editor itself. Okay, so if you can see this sphere, if you right click this one, this is actually a preview of a material. So if you are changing, let's suppose we change the color from here and just go some orange, so you can see now it is updating. So this is how your material is look like. So you can choose any color, whatever you want. Okay, and then you can name it from here, like we write cube. Okay, and then this is if you want to change this shape to some other shape. For example, if you want to see how it looks like on the cube, so you can change it also. So you will right click and you choose cube. So now you can see the preview on the cube. So by default you can choose other shapes also, like cylinder or torus or double torus. So all other shapes, there are a lot of shapes, not okay, and then sphere. Anyways, we come back to the default one. This is the default one, and then of course you can choose a size, large or default. Okay, so you can change colors from here. The color you want to choose, you can just pick, or you can just take the color picker. And the best thing in Cinema4D, which is not in any other software, is that even you can choose, if you choose the color picker, you can choose from any place, even outside the software also. For example, I will come here down and click these icons, so you can see my color is, the Cinema4D is detecting this color also. So this feature I did not see in any other application, and this is super amazing and great feature. So directly you can take color from anywhere. Let's suppose I want this kind of a creamy color. Okay, so I will just click and it will instantly update here. Okay, and then this is brightness. For example, now that there is zero color on it and it's pure black, so I will add color, brightness, and this is my 100% color. Now this is 100% pure color. The second important thing is this one. This is actually two types of diffuse. The default one is Lambertian and the other one is near. So you can see the difference is this, the second orange near is actually more kind of a rough diffuse, and you can see if I will make it roughness 0, it becomes almost equal to default Lambertian. So if you want to give roughness to your material, you can choose the other option and you can increase the roughness. Okay, so let's choose the default one for now. And this diffuse, as you can see, it adds more light to the color, and if you make it all the way fall off to -100, it has more black area. So let's keep default. The next one is diffusion. Diffusion is primarily does not affect visually, but this is used with the combination of other materials. For example, if we want to apply ambient occlusion, I will explain it later. For now, leave it. Luminance is, as it names, it adds brightness and lightness to the color. For example, if I will click luminance, instantly you can see my the material is 100% white. So actually, luminance shader is used to create an effect of a tube light or any kind of a light. Where there is no diffuse, it's all illuminated 100%. So you can change the color from here. Okay, see, now you have still a shade of a white here. This is why, because our color is not 100% same, our diffuse is not 100%. So what we'll do is copy from here, right click, copy the same color and apply to this one. So now you can see it's purely same color. And then come the reflectance. Reflectance is, as it names, it adds reflectivity to your materials and your material become reflective. For example, by default there is no reflection. We switch off luminance for now. By default there is no reflection, only specularity. What specularity is, if you see this white area here little bit, let me come back to the gray material, which is default one, so it's more clear now. So you can see, if I will switch off specular, so there is no specularity on this material now. So you can see there is no white area, which actually gives you feel of a reflection or shininess. So you can increase this from here, and then there are many other options like Bachman, GGX, sorry, Fong, Ward, anisotropic. Anisotropic is normally vertical. Okay, so you can see now in anisotropic, if I will come and increase, and I will increase the strength, so it's becoming bigger. Okay, so we come back to the default one, which is Bachman, I think so. No, it was specular plane legacy. Okay, this is our default. So now let's apply to our some object. So let's create we'll create one plane. Okay, and let's make the segment 0 0, and we create one sphere, reduce the size. Okay, and then one torus. It's better to create the objects with the circular shapes or which has curves on it, so that you can see more clearly how the material is applied. So let's apply this material to this. How you can apply? Two ways: click and drag, or click from here and put it to the object in your object manager. Okay, so this is our we call it sphere. This is for our sphere, and then we create another material and we call it floor. Okay, and apply to the floor. This one we make it red color. Okay, and let's hide the grid. So now you can see if I'm rotating my viewport, the color is changing somehow. Let's suppose I go down, I cannot see my plane. It's become more black because there is default light in the scene in the viewport. Okay, so I will add one small light also to see the result more clearly, because without lights the materials are difficult to understand. So I will cover the lighting section in separate lecture, but for now I will just create one default light, which is area light. Okay, so instantly you can see the light is affecting our scene. Okay, so by default light is applying in Z direction. If I will okay, and how we can see our final result is by clicking this button. This is our render button. So once I click this one, a window will pop up, and which is actually our render viewer. So what we will do is I will stack it in my viewport here, in somewhat here next to this one. Okay, and I don't want this one. Okay, and let's fit this, and render settings. This is the size of the screen is big, so I can reduce this final output size by going to my render setting, and here I will type my output size. Let's suppose I want not more than 800 by 800. I think 800 is also big. Let's keep it 500 only. 500 by 500. Yes. Okay, today my main focus is on materials, not on rendering, not on lighting. That is why I will not go in too much in detail about rendering and lighting. This is my separate lecture, which might be the next one. So in today's lecture we'll only cover the materials, so don't worry if you do not understand something in lighting and rendering. Anyways, so this is our material, and we render one more time. So now I want to add reflection to my floor. So what I can do is, one second, change me a little bit. No, by default one is fine. So what I will do is I will go to my floor material, which I already applied. Okay, and then I come here and I go to the reflectance channel, and I will come here and add reflection legacy. So you can see now instantly it looks reflective. You can see from somewhere this tree is coming. Okay, and we click render, and we see nothing. Why? I don't know why. Because logically it should show. I think reflection is there, but it is very dim. So you can see now, because of my light direction. So I think better keep the light on top, and now you can see a little bit of a reflection here, and I don't want it to be 100% reflective, so I will come here and change my layer color. Okay, so now you can see, I think I need to increase my setting of lighting. No, it's too much. The point is the floor is reflective, but we do not have enough lights. That's why it's not visible. Why it's not updating? Okay. Strange. Sometimes Cinema4D works in a stupid way as well. So don't worry. The reflection is there. It's not completely. It is there, you can see. Okay, so if we need to see reflection in our material also, this one, we come here straight away, add reflection legacy, and let's see the result. It's completely black because there is no light. The scene, why it is showing you black? It is there, scene is there, because what it is reflecting, because our environment is completely black, that is why it is showing you black. So this is actually something related to the lighting. For example, I will show you now, because my light is only very small and it is only in one specific area, but 90% of the area is black, so actually my objects both are reflective 100%, so they are actually reflecting black color. So when black color reflects itself, it becomes everything black. These trees in the viewport are just for the view, for the preview purposes. Actually they are not there. So how we can see now, we come here and let's add physical sky, and let's render now. So now you can see instantly I add sky to my scene. Now it is reflecting 100% my scene. So it's better we use physical sky instead of the one light. So let's come back and switch off reflectance from here and render again. So now you can see our object is 100% reflect. The floor is 100% reflective, but we don't need 100% reflection. We need only 50%. So there are two ways to control. One is if we change this color from white to somehow gray, it will reduce the reflection. Okay, it's still there, but it's very light. And the other way is if we keep this 100% and we come here, if we come here and reduce the value from here, global reflection. Okay, let's suppose 50% and render. So now you can see it's a little bit dim. Okay, if let's suppose your floor is it's not a mirror, of course floor are not mirror. So if you want to add some roughness to your floor, it's very simple. You come here and add little bit, but be very careful. Adding roughness will actually slow down your machine and it will take more time to render. So now you can see our reflection is blurry. I can add. Okay, and then if I want to make a glass, for example, so I will come here, create a new material, and let's suppose I apply glass material to this torus. So I will come here and drop my new material on top of my old material. So now you can see it adopts this color. Render again, and this is white now. Let's add some more reflection to the scene floor. Okay, so you can feel it. Okay, now we can feel our reflection, and also add little bit of the reflection to our sphere. Add come to reflectance challenge, add reflection legacy. Okay, put it below specular, so that because specular has add value. Okay, and we just come here and make it little bit less. Render again. Now you can see our sphere also have a reflection. To make it look more clear, we just change the view. Okay, so now our sphere has a reflection. Now we want to look we want this to look like a glass, so we come to the transparency channel and just switch on this one. So instantly you can see now it is transparent completely, but still you can feel it there. Okay, the reason is because it's 100%, so we don't need 100%, we need little bit less. So we'll come here to the value channel here and reduce the value to 80% and render again. So now you can see it is visible and it is transparent also. It gives you a feel of a glass. And sometime I recommend don't use because these are physically accurate materials, like how physical materials behave. Still how physical materials behave, you can achieve exactly the same realistic result as in real life in 3D softwares. So I would recommend you for the beginners use presets. So by default Cinema4D gives you a lot of presets. For example, you want glass, so you just come here and click glass. So it will automatically update all the values, like a refraction value, index of refraction value, Fresnel values, and whatever is required, it will automatically update. So now you can see it's more look like a glass. It's somehow close to the real glass. And then you have other presets, for example pearl, okay, or water. So this is actually index of refraction is changing always. Okay, sapphire has 1.779. So of course if you want to create a water, or you want to create if for example we come here and create diamond, so we just can come and give it little bit color also to our diamond, like creamy color. Okay, anyways, so this is our materials. Let's go and see. This is a very brief introduction to materials. Okay, how you use them in more advanced way once we started doing some practical projects, you can get to know somehow more about materials. So this is very brief, very brief introduction to materials.